Welcome all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is Tuesdays with TJ, episode number 27. That is right. This is our NFL 2023 season recap, or
Yeah.
23-24 if you include January, February football as well. But yes, the 2023 season recap, you guys, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the downright ugly, all of the above. We're going to say goodbye to the final time we talk about the 2023 season as a whole. I am your host, Carlos Clay. This is my beautiful co-host, PJ, and the main man to my right, the main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy, 2378. TJ, what's good, man?
Hi everyone. Unfortunately, I'm not with Carlos anymore. The fun had to end, which sucks. I literally every time someone's asked how was America, I honestly was the best time of my life. So hopefully I can get out there soon. I need to get there, but no. I hope everyone's having a great day and enjoying the quiet office. I say quiet. There's drama How's the NFL constantly making drama? Nothing's happened.
So we had topics today, right? And then all of a sudden Cam Newton wants to fight like 20 guys.
Yeah.
So now like we gotta talk about that too now while we're here. But we'll break that down later on. But yeah, we got our poll. Do you view the 2023 NFL season as a success? Tell us why in the chat, you guys. So hit yes or no and tell us why in the chat. Is it a great season or a bad season? I'm pretty sure we'll get a lot of no's in that.
What's your answer? Was it a success for the Saints?
Well, it wasn't about the Saints, though. It wasn't about a particular team. I talked about the season overall.
Yeah, no, but for you, did you consider that? Okay.
As the Saints, hell no. Hell no, not a success at all. FUDGECAKE, no. But as far as the NFL season overall, still a no for me.
Why? So we've ended the dynasty of the Chiefs.
Well, no, that was good, but as a whole, for the 2023 NFL season, I didn't like it. Now I'll give my opinion in just a minute, man. But yeah. So it's a reason why I put this poll up there, because we will have these discussions in just a few minutes, you guys. But while we're here, we got some folks in the chat. We got Christian Ruder says, "Hey everyone, hope y'all having a fun Tuesday. Hit that like button, share the stream, and make sure you smash that subscribe button to become family with USC Nation. We the best." I like that, Christian Rujo. Peter said, "What's up, Christian?" So what's up, TJ?
What's up, PJ? How was your holiday? See, PJ disappeared. She disappeared. Oh, down the pub, shall I say? How was the pub?
Yeah, she's good. She said, we doing good. We doing good over here. I got Sticks of Maine. Says Daniel Jones, the $40 million example of money down the drain.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
Sticks of Maine? He said, "What's up, SOM?" And we got Normal Guy. Said, "What up?" What's up, Normal Guy? Good to see you, man. Peter said, "What's up, NG?" And we got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights says, "What's up, everyone?" What is up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? And Peter said, "What's up, DBSH? Hope all is good." You guys smash that like button. I got it as our pin right now. Our pin area is 25 likes is our goal for this, and just keep the chat rocking and rolling, y'all. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are brand new to the channel. This is Uneducated Sports Talk, but this episode right here is Tuesdays with TJ. We come on here, our NFL podcast, every Tuesday, and we'll break down all what's going on throughout the world of the National Football League. But TJ, this is our farewell, our goodbye tour for the 2023-24 NFL season. And we're going to go ahead and recap everything about it, man. But how was, so y'all know that last time me and TJ were here, we were together, but TJ's been gone, man. So how has it been so far since you've been back, brother?
Well, the travel back was eventful. Let's just say that. That was something.
How long did it take you?
We were on the moment, so I counted the moment we entered Lake Charles Airport. We didn't leave the airport section until 24 hours later. So that was fun. Yeah, obviously Lake Charles plane was delayed, making us miss by like 2 minutes our flight to London Heathrow, meaning that American Airlines randomly booked us on a flight to Madrid, then Madrid to London Heathrow, and that was in a different company. That wasn't American Airlines. That was like Ibiza or Iberia.
Oh
So
my goodness.
that was something. Obviously got back 5 hours later than what we, well, to be honest, which is not bad. Only on the same day, only 5 hours delay after the disaster.
Yeah, it
Um,
could much worse. You're right. Yeah.
yeah, but obviously when I got back, my case was still in Dallas, so I had to fill in forms, exhausted of trying to find my face. But it got here 3 days. It got here, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
they left my case back in Dallas, Texas, so that was
Oh
fun.
no! They must have smelled the eagle fly
No,
on you. Must have smelt
that
it.
was on me. That was in my carry-on case. I ain't abandoning that stuff.
Oh my god. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, hey,
uh,
you're back though. You made it all
I'm
in one
back.
piece, man. That's the biggest thing, that you made it healthy in your house, man. And like I said, you guys didn't know that me and TJ hung out for a few days while he was out here on vacay, man, and we had a blast, you guys. So
Oh, it was so fun. Thank you again. That was
thank
so
you again,
great.
brother. Yes, sir. Let's get it, man. So NFL 2023 season recap. We had the Kansas City Chiefs are your champions back to back. Had a lot of wild things, as every NFL season goes. It's always a wild
Hmm.
season. But we want to break it down, not as an Eagles fan. We're not talking about any
No,
particular team.
got ya.
I want to talk about a quick talk about the entire NFL season as a whole, from the
Okay,
first game of the year all the way to the Super Bowl. And this is the reason why I put the poll question: do you
makes sense.
view
Makes sense.
the season as a good season or not? I mean, yes or no, and tell me why in the chat. But I want us, and I'll let you go first, to describe the season in one word. In one word, describe the NFL season. What would that word be?
Poor offense. I think
Is
that's
is that
that's.
one word or two words?
Oh, sorry. Damn. Well, what's the uh, what's the Allstate advert? Not if you bundle it.
No.
There you go.
Oh, the State Farm, yeah. They
State
bundle
Farm.
it
That's it.
together. Ah,
Yeah.
that's
Not if
funny.
you bundle it.
All right, well, poor offense. Go ahead.
Poor
Let's do
offense.
Oh, let's go. All right, poor offense, and
Yeah, it just felt like none of the offenses were really clicking. Yeah, you occasionally had the 70 bomb against the Denver, which is crazy to think that was this season. It seems so long ago, but a lot of like the average, most teams, like it was just their offense couldn't do nothing, and I felt that happened for most teams. And teams that could do something, like their offense, then reduced back to the mediocre, like no one was going really deep. It was just drop off into the middle. You know what I mean? Like everyone was just doing a 5 yard. Like you saw those charts after every game. XQB didn't throw it more than 5 yards. It was the wide receiver doing
yeah,
the 550-yard bomb and all that. So it was just that weird sort of. The offenses seems to have just gone to. I'm just going to bomb it, drop it off. Just going to drop it off. Going to just drop it off. And all these explosive plays. Yeah, okay. The Dolphins had them, which was pretty good, and the Niners had them. They didn't seem frequent, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
And obviously the defenses did good. They shut down teams, but it just wasn't explosive as what it felt like. What's your opinion of it?
Oh man, for one word for me, it's unforgiving. I mean,
Unforgiven?
unforgiving. I mean, it is an
Oh
unforgiving
yeah,
sport, but this year,
injuries.
especially with the quarterbacks, man. I mean, this
Yeah,
this had to be, in my opinion, the worst quarterback play. Cause you said it best, man. Poor offense. Well, that starts with your quarterback, and
yeah.
the fact that the quarterbacks, man, from the start. I mean, with Aaron Rodgers going down Monday Night Football Week 1,
Hmm.
that was the anomaly. Not anomaly. That was the trend, pretty much. These quarterbacks going down. And I mean, it felt like every major quarterback, um, you know, besides the, you know, uh, Pat Mahomes, besides the Josh Allen's and Lamar Jackson, right? Besides those guys, I mean, it felt like every team had a struggle at one point with their quarterback, and that was very tough to watch in this NFL season. No, not good
Yeah,
quarterback play, and unforgiving. Aaron Rodgers goes down. Joe Burrow goes down, like just those two guys, it really felt like that could have been the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship game, Jets versus Bengals. You never know because the Jets have a Super Bowl contending defense. You never know what
Yeah.
happens, man. But just from the start, a lot of major players going down all season long, like top tier guys, and it was just very unforgiving, man, because the NFL season is cruel. And when you had that happen, and now you got a bunch of quarterbacks third. I mean, at one point, TJ felt like half the games were
Oh
being
yeah, you're spot
played
on.
third string quarterback versus second string quarterback, second string quarterback versus the fourth string quarterback. It just it was never any major premium games until we got to the playoffs, obviously, because that's when the battle of nutrition helped out a lot of those teams.
Hmm.
But as far as like if you look at it, man, if you just go down every damn team you could think of, bro. Like quarterback change, the quarterback play was bad from the AFC North with the
NFC,
Steelers,
everything.
NFC South, right? It's just, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean NFC freaking. Just name the damn conference, and you'll name at least two or three teams that had issues at the quarterback play because of
Mhm.
either injuries or just bad quarterback play. And
Yeah,
that
like we had 7 starting QBs, and they're good QBs, go out with season-ending injuries.
right,
Like what was it? Burrow, Cousins, Herbert, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and AR-15.
yeah,
What's he
yeah, yeah.
called?
Anthony
Anthony
Richardson,
Richardson,
yeah.
and obviously Deshaun
And
Watson.
I forgot about
But
that. Yeah, I forgot about Richardson and Watson. So I mean, it was just very unforgiving because we had a potential, TJ, for a lot of great storylines. You know,
yeah,
now we did get Stroud winning Rookie of the Year, which was
which is good.
yeah, which is good. But I mean, we had the potential for like all type of like major marquee matchups, man, and we just didn't get to see it. Obviously, Nick Chubb going down in week two of the
Yeah,
NFL, that
devastating.
was tough. That's tough to see that. And I'd never seen a season where, man, it felt like every week you were. Thank God for the NFL. It's 32 teams, 16 games pretty much, or
Hmm.
13 to 16 games being played per week. That all you need is about three good games, and that can make the week, right?
Yeah.
So, like the XFL, USFL, and now the UFL doesn't have that luxury. Like all these games got to be good, but the NFL has 32 teams, so all you need is three or four games, and we'll forget the rest.
Hmm.
You know, and
That's
thank
true.
God we had that one or two games per week because this year was just not good on the offense at all. And when you're seeing Tommy DeVito, you know,
Having like a
just
highlight wheel and
yeah,
being like, and was it the Pastronaut coming
yeah,
out of
right,
nowhere?
yeah, Tom DeVito and Dobbs. I mean, they were
Yeah.
nice stories for a second, but their talent could not let them go through it all. So it felt like, man, I mean, they're good because they're unknown, but once people start putting tape and film on those guys, you'll see their true colors.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. So now my question is, obviously, there's always that rumor going around that the NFL wants to expand to a minimum. They want to go. The next expansion will be 18 games, but I hear they want to settle on 20. They want to settle on 20 games. That I think this season shows that that can't happen.
It can.
It's like the injuries was so extreme on either it can't happen or they need to put every stadium needs to be tough because like they even need to put more attention into the fields and allow a bit more leeway for like I know the last expansion we got the 17 games, which annoys me that it's not even because we don't have a halfway point anymore, do we? It winds me up. But I know with the NFLPA said, okay, we'll give you this 17th game, but you've got to sort of lay out certain, as it drug tests, if you know what I mean? Like they've calmed down certain drug tests, allowing the players to use certain drugs to help heal.
Yes.
Um, which is okay. That's how the negotiating goes. But I wouldn't be surprised with the next CBA, which is in 2030. Um, there'll be another game added, if not two. It will be. We'll give you another bye week, so you have add 2 more weeks. One will be an extra bye week, so there'll be 2 bye weeks in the season, and the other game. and then or they're just going to go straight for the 20 and go.
That's not really my biggest concern because honestly, the more games you add, the less emphasis is going to be on preseason now.
Yeah.
And so they're going to say, well, they're going to act like the first 2 or 3 games of the season is your preseason now for the regular season.
Hmm.
And mind you, like we've seen this bad play on an offense. Now, mind you, they've been dumbing down off season. They've been
Hmm.
dumbing down preseason,
Hmm.
right? Because they add this extra game and yada yada yada, and they want to player healthy, player concerns, and safety for these players. Well, the more you emphasize safety, the more these guys are getting hurt because these guys aren't playing full reps for a long time.
Hmm.
And it's very unfortunate. I mean, yes, look, more games, more money. I get it, and we're all football fanatics. We're gonna watch it regardless. So, and they know
Yeah, of
that,
course.
and they know that,
Yeah.
and the players themselves, they don't mind not having that much off-season time or not doing much off-season or not having that much preseason time. They don't mind that at all. But fans like us, and we're diehard fans, we just want to see a good product on the field. And I feel like
Yes.
this was not a good product at all when it comes down as an overall whole of the NFL season. And I just want to see better quarterback play, better chemistry on the offense, your linemen,
Hmm.
right? And that comes with practice. Practice, practice, practice. And the only way you can really establish that is by the off-season programs, preseason, being a focus on your team. Because if you don't have that, man, and you want to add an extra game, which is less emphasis on these two things now, you're going to continue to have a bad product. And then if your star quarterback does go out, we saw
Hmm.
7 go out for a majority of the time, season-ending injuries. Yeah, you're going to get your backup quarterback not knowing what the hell he's doing by the time his third or fourth start comes in because there's film on him already. So I don't know.
Which is true. If they do add those second games, one, I think they do need to add a second bye week. I think
Yes,
that
that's true.
is
Yes,
that's a guarantee.
yes.
And two, they're going to push everything up. So we might, we've got that weird gap between OTAs and training camp. It's like a month, or I think it's July. No, June. There's nothing really happening in June. I wouldn't be surprised if they do add those. Well, it'll be 3 games. That it will go straight from OTAs into the training camp. Then the preseason will start like end of July, maybe beginning of August. And then the season might start mid-August, which sucks for these intense states like Miami. Imagine like having a full-on game in Miami in that Miami Heat. I know that takes advantage of the home field advantage and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is actually quite cool because you've got Lambeau Field, which has the advantage of being freezing in the December. Then you can have the Hard Rock Cafe, which has the advantage of being unswelteringly hot during the summer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who knows, man? I just hope we get a good product. Just don't take the emphasis away from the off-season programs and preseason.
No,
That's my
yeah,
biggest thing. Um, let's talk about some good right fast. So there were a
good.
lot of teams that got on our radar, and they did a great splash. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk about our most surprising team for the
Oh,
NFL season. I'm gonna go first with this, and
yeah.
honestly, I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, fair,
I
fair.
had these guys at 3-14. No BS, 3-14, maybe 4-13. I forgot what my record was. But I was like, man, this team on paper just does not look good. Baker Mayfield, we've probably seen the best of him. He proved me wrong. First of all, shout out to Baker Mayfield because I love the
Oh,
fact that
well
he
done.
went out there and he won the NFC South for the Buccaneers. They kind of ended it on a bad note towards the end of the season, but they still got to the playoffs, man.
Hmm.
They made some
And
because
won a divisional
they
game,
won the
won a playoff game.
Yep. So I thought, yeah, they won a playoff game. You're right, against the
Yeah,
Philadelphia Eagles. So I
yeah.
thought this team was going to plummet from day one. They proved me hella wrong, and their defense was always going to be there, but their offense, Mike Evans is really that dude, man. I mean, anything that
Oh,
Rucker
yeah.
likes in his way, he's going to get 1,000 yards, have a big impact, make a lot of plays. But Baker Mayfield, man, he has some decent weapons. Mind you, this team had Brady just the year before, so you know he had some decent weapons in Godwin and of course Evans, and then their running back got hot towards the end of the year. I forgot his name.
White,
Oh yeah, Rashad White. Yeah, he got hot
Shed
towards
White.
the end of the year. So they really surprised me, man, because I
No,
didn't see this team being this competitive, especially early in the year where they were very competitive. So
Hmm.
shout out to Baker Mayfield, and I'm glad that they're trying to negotiate a deal for him to kind of have a semi home. And I hope he's not really a bridge quarterback. I hope they really put faith in Baker Mayfield because I think he deserves it. What about you, brother?
I agree. I agree. I really like Baker Mayfield. I feel like obviously he had like he put everything his heart into the Browns, and it wasn't reciprocated. He was just shipped off to Carolina, which was a dumpster fire, and then so he didn't do well. And then the moment he had some good coaches in the Rams, he managed to even after what was it, 4 days? No, it was like
Like
24
2 days,
hours.
yeah,
Yeah,
2 days or
24
something.
hours.
20, yeah, one
He
day.
he beat the Broncos, and then when he went to a program that needs him, wants him in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like they were coming off Brady, so no one had any hopes for the Buccaneers. He showed that he still got something, and obviously, if he gets a two, maybe I don't think 3 year, maybe a 2 year deal, he'll have that comfort, and he can then mesh with the team. Obviously,
Yes, yes.
it all depends on what Mike Evans is doing. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back with the Tampa Bay next year because he did have a connection with Baker, which is nice. But no, I understand that. But the Buccaneers did. It was surprising, and it was good to see them. Um, I'm going to go with the Colts. Like they didn't make it the playoffs, but one, everyone thought they were going to suck. First time head coach, rookie QB.
Yeah.
But they didn't. AR-15. I know I can't. He hates the art. Anthony Richardson showed that he had something, and then unfortunately he went down with an injury, season-ending injury. So everyone then wrote him off. But then Gardner Minshew came in, and showed that he can still, I wouldn't say start, but he's a very viable backup in the NFL. Shane Steichen is a very good head coach, getting that team going, even with all the drama about Jonathan Taylor and all that, and obviously their owner going crazy. Um, but there was still a chance of them making the playoffs, and obviously they lost a game with some ref ball, which sucks. But yeah, no, they did very well, and I was shocked to see them compete for the playoffs. I was expecting them to be bottom feeder,
Yeah, no,
but
that's a
no,
good choice because they man, at one point you felt like they had the division on lock,
yeah,
and it
definitely.
just kind of slipped away towards the end. It was kind of a bummer on that one. I've got Andrew said, "What up, Carlos and PJ? Word of the NFL season, Swifty."
Yeah, that's
Like
spot on.
that, and we got Daniel McKeon is in the building. Says hi, what's up, Daniel? Peter said, "What's up, DM? And what's up, Andrew?" Let's get it, y'all. So,
Daniel.
my surprise team in the NFL season is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. TJ's surprise team is the Indianapolis Colts. Now, let's go most disappointing team because for, in my opinion, a very disappointing season, there's going to be teams that come with that as well. So, who do you have as your most disappointing team so far for this 2025
I'm
season?
gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars
Mm,
because there was their division at what when we entered the season was the Tennessee Titans, which everyone knew was going to suck.
yeah,
The uh, Indianapolis Colts, like I said, we didn't expect them to be good at all. And I think it was Houston, right? Houston Texans.
yeah,
Houston Texans. Again, everyone suspected they were going to suck. Rookie head coach, first time head coach, rookie QB. So everyone just expected the Jacksonville Jaguars, who came off a fantastic performance the year before, has Doug Pearson, Trevor Lawrence, all these weapons, another year to gel. They were going to win the division and actually make a decent run in the playoffs. Well, they just couldn't do. They couldn't do anything. 1 minute they were hot, next minute they were cold. They just couldn't settle on what they wanted to do. And at one point, it was their division to win, and
yes, big time.
they lost it. They lost it completely. Um, to the point where you just couldn't bet them. Obviously, Trevor did get injured. Going back to the QB injury thing, he did get injured quite a lot, and that did affect them. But this is the coach that won a Super Bowl with a backup, and you're telling me the team's not bad. They've got ETN, they've got Christian Kirk, you've got obviously Calvin Ridley, who who has a 100-yard game and then disappears for three of them.
Yes.
Like it just felt like they just didn't know what to do, and it was an utter disappointment. They didn't make the playoffs, and just the way they ended it, which was falling flat on their face, which is absolutely it's just sad to see.
I'm actually going with a playoff team as my
Oh,
most disappointing team, and not the one you're thinking of, not the Cowboys, because I expect the Cowboys to always lose.
oh, it's always yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, expect that. My team that I'm most disappointed with, TJ, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yes. I don't give a damn about their good ending of the season because you put yourself in that situation. Mind you, they had no quarterback injury that slowed them down.
No.
There was Josh Allen there the whole entire time. But that defense that was supposed to be just this. Where was Von Miller at all year? You know, where
He was injured for a bit,
he
and
was
then obviously he
injured.
had some off-field issues,
Yes,
and then his age kicked in and made him useless.
because he did nothing in the playoffs at all.
No,
But
they had a couple injuries on defense.
yes, they did. They did. But look, as you want to tote Josh Allen as the second best quarterback in the NFL. A lot of folks
Mhm.
say Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen. Who you got? Obviously, it's Pat Mahomes. But Josh Allen, when you have the second best quarterback per se in the NFL, let's say top three, right? We always put him in that mix of three. And you're in a division with the Jets, the Patriots, and who's else in that division? Dolphins, right? Yeah, yeah,
Dolphins.
yeah. You went
Dolphins.
ahead and beat the Dolphins, right, to end that year, end the season. That was awesome.
Hmm.
In Miami,
Thank you.
I get that. Yeah, he said thank you. I,
Some nice
I
gumbo.
yeah, yeah. But yo, to go out there and you win. But this is supposed to be the year though.
Hmm.
You had the home playoff game against the Chiefs.
Yep.
This was your year. You say, you know what? Thank the NFL gods. This is our year. And in that fourth quarter, you lay a stinker. This team was supposed to be the number one team in the NFL. Just a dynamic offense. They fired their OC middle of the year, Ken Dorsey, right?
Which turned out to be a good thing.
Which turned out to be a good thing, yes, because they got more into the running game. But still, to have that happen is very disappointing in itself. You start off 6-6, so now every game's a playoff game. Every game, and they did well toward the end of the year. But this is your chance to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are playing the worst they've had in the Pat Mahomes era,
Yep.
and you lay a stinker in the second half against the Chiefs, man. And for so much potential for this team to go down like that, and it wasn't even at the end of the day. It wasn't even at the like there was a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter. No, it wasn't. They just fell flat,
No.
man. And it feels like time is ticking for not only them but a couple other franchises as well. But Buffalo just got back to being good 4 or 5 years ago, and you feel like how much longer do we have? I mean, yes, you have Josh Allen and that goes places as your quarterback, but you don't have that much time left for your Buffalo Bills to play around. Like you got this head coach. Do you get rid of him? Do you keep on Sean
Ooh.
McDermott? Right, Josh Allen. Uh, how much do we put emphasis on him and the weapons that we have for him? Our defense, can we trust them? I'm just saying,
Diggs, like,
Diggs might want to
yeah.
leave, right? So they're very disappointed because this team had so much potential to be a Super Bowl contending team,
Yeah.
and this was one of the rare teams that it was Super Bowl bust, right?
Yeah, no, I
They're
completely agree.
like one of maybe 4 or 5 teams that had like Super Bowl bust. You talking
Yeah.
about the obviously the Chiefs, the Bills, the Eagles,
Yeah.
you know, and in Cowboy Nation mind, they think they're one of those teams too, but they're not.
Oh.
You can't even get to the NFC Championship game. Why are you talking about Super
There you
Bowl
go.
bust? Right. So, anyways, only a few teams, the Ravens were one of those teams
Yeah.
as well. Super Bowl bust, the 49ers.
Niners. Yeah.
Right. So that's like 5 teams right there. But that's all I can really think of is Super Bowl or bust. Where the Bills were at, but they were like 6-6 out of those 5 teams I called. They had like the worst record of those five. It's like they didn't get the urgency to start the year off. So thank God they finished strong. We got Laney in the chat. Said, what up, Carlos and PJ showing love for y'all. She said, what's up, Laney? Peter said her most disappointing team is the NFC East. They was trash. Oh. PJ says the NFC East was the looking TJ is so disappointed. She said, "Just call it like I see it, man. They was trash, dumpster juice, especially the
No, that's
Cowboys."
yeah, that's fair. I'll take that. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. We had the Giants being a disappointment after the 2022 season. The Eagles just fell apart, and then the Cowboys did what the Cowboys do. So
And then there goes the Commanders just squeaking by. Hey,
come on, this is just like. Have you seen the meme of a dog just in a burning building? Everything's fine. Just everything's fine.
it's
This
just
is the
fine.
car. Yeah, it's just fine. Everything's fine. Just ignore this. It's definitely fine.
All right, let's get it. Hold on. Say, is it me or is Carlos really super quiet tonight? What is up, Card
Ooh,
Craze?
it
Uh,
sounds good to me.
let's find out. Hey, you never know. You never know. My thing probably went down for a second. We are back to Tuesdays with TJ with difficulties, technical difficulties.
Teacher.
Yeah, why is that such
Technical
technical
difficulties with
difficulties?
teaching.
Yeah, right. So yeah, very disappointing. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills, and you're going with the Jacksonville Jaguars, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. And I wish it'd have been cool to see the Jaguars in the playoffs, man, because I felt like that was a team on the rise. And of course, you said like in their division, where we didn't expect Houston to be this good, obviously, but to start the year off, you're like, yo, they got it in the bag, and everything's fine. My volume is up, so
Interesting.
it's all good though. Thanks, Car Craze, for showing love though. Appreciate that. All right, let's go to another topic now. We had 17 times 32. I have no idea what that is, but that's how many games was basically played this year,
Seven,
and
seven.
we had to have a best game of the year. So TJ, for 2023, what was your best game of the year, man?
Well, out of 374 games,
Yeah.
I got it down to two. One was the Super Bowl because that was
Okay.
phenomenal. That was
Yes.
actually I think I really put it down what it was last episode. That was really good. The other one that came to my mind, and people did say it was like the best game of the season once it happened, and that was the overtime game against the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, yes. Oh, let's go.
That was fun. That was interceptions. That was defenses doing their stuff. Both QBs saying like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." The weather was terrible. The ridiculous 62-yard field goal by Jake Elliott to make it to overtime. Josh Allen doing everything he can to get. He got the coin toss like he wanted. Going down, I think they got the field goal in overtime. Yeah, they got the field goal in overtime, leaving us with only 5 minutes 52, and the Eagles just marching down without any stopping and getting that amazing touchdown. It was just a fun game. It was heart attack inducing. As I know, it cost me 12 years of my life, but it was all sorts of players. Smith was catching it. Olemus Zacchaeus from the Eagles were touching it. Gabe Davis decided to wake up. Like Josh Allen was running it. It was just a fun,
Yeah, it
great
was.
game,
I forgot
even
about
with
that game.
those horrific conditions. But yeah, so I think the Super Bowl's going to be up there as it was fun, defensive, and it did again go to overtime. But this overtime game was also very good.
That's a good one. I forgot about the game. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good ass game. Mine is gonna be the overtime thriller, another overtime thriller, and it was the Baltimore Ravens versus the Los Angeles Rams. Rams and
Ooh.
Ravens was a good one, won by a punt return touchdown in overtime. As a matter of fact,
Oh, really?
yeah, it was crazy how it went down. But I went into this game bashing the Rams. I remember that. I was like, they're gonna be outside. The weather, they're not ready for this game. The Ravens have been stumping mud holes in everybody so far, and then the Rams. That let me know right there. Puka Nakua is the real deal, right? This kid is amazing. Matthew Stafford. I was like, nobody wants to play the Rams in the playoffs. The Lions did, obviously. The Lions want the
Yeah.
Rams in the playoffs. But boy, I mean, anyone that played the Rams, we're gonna have a tough time regardless. So in that game, it was in Baltimore, and the Rams put it to them. I think the final score was 37-31. And
Yep,
it,
37-31.
it felt like the Ravens could not stop the Rams at one point in that second half. They just couldn't stop them. And
Mhm.
I felt like, but at the end of the day, the Rams couldn't stop the Ravens. And I felt like that was Lamar Jackson, one of his best games of the year,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
per se. So he looked good in that game, and it felt like I felt good about both teams after this game to make the playoffs and to do some damage in the playoffs, maybe. But of course, the Rams did not, and the Ravens, we know, they lost in the AFC Championship game. So
Hmm.
um, I really enjoyed that game. It was a really good game, and it was won in overtime. I forgot the guy's name. He's a young guy who returned a touchdown for the Ravens, but they wound up winning it, and boom, there you go. Overtime victory, Ravens over the Rams. That was probably my game of the year. I'll have to look back a lot more to really give a definite answer, but as of right now, that is my answer. Ravens versus Rams.
Uh, it was Taylor Wallace
Taylor
who
Wallace,
returned.
yes, the no name guy that no one knows of, but he had the touchdown and it brought the place down, man. Ron Duffney says hi. Peter said, "What's up, RD?"
What's up, Ron? Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
Hope you
too
have a
hot or
great day.
cold out there.
Yeah. So that is our game of the year. He's going with the Bills and the Eagles, which was a great damn game, by the way.
Mm.
And I'm going Ravens versus Rams. As we
Another
know,
great game.
yeah, yeah, two great games, man. So
Yeah.
um, 2023 season didn't have a lot of those games.
No, they honestly didn't.
I mean, a very lackluster, especially the second half of the season, boy. It was
Mm.
very lackluster kind of games, man. And it was rare to really get a shootout. And it wasn't like good defense. It was just really bad offense. And that's
Yeah.
my issue. Like the Super Bowl, that was a great game because that was two good defenses against two good offenses. And you knew that the offenses didn't suck. It's just the defenses were just that damn good. So, but for the whole as a regular NFL season, you just knew offenses are trash. You got a
Yeah.
second string, third string quarterbacks who are just not ready for this game. The defenses will take advantage of it, and that's what they did, man.
Yeah, you've got teams that should be better, just not clicking and failing and falling apart. So
Tell you, that's how it is. Like every, I felt like every team besides the Colts that lost a quarterback, they wound up losing their second string guy too at one point. It felt like that.
I think so. Yeah,
I mean, you talk about the Bengals, the Giants. You talk about
the Giants definitely.
right,
Taylor's made out of
yeah.
porcelain.
The Steelers, they lost their third. They were down to the third string quarterback.
Did they lose him or did they bench Trubisky? I think like they benched him.
Oh, they probably benched Trubisky. That was they still lost him because they said, you know what, let's go to Mason Rudolph real quick, please. Yeah, but it felt like like I said, the Bengals went through that as well, and the Browns, obviously, we know about Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
They were on fourth string quarterback this whole
yeah.
thing, and yeah, it
The
was the
Vikings, they went to
Vikings,
Dobbs and
yeah,
then they
and
went to
Mullins, huh? Was it Mullins?
Mullins. I wouldn't say the Cardinals because
Um,
they just sucked.
and then of course, obviously the Falcons had they just benched oh boy, Derek
Yeah,
Ritter. Um, and then the Commanders, they wound up like, was it the Howell get hurt or they benched Howell too, right?
I think they benched Howe.
Because
He
they
might have
went to
gotten
like three
hurt.
quarterbacks as well for that season. But it was just weird. It was almost like everyone, it just no one could hold down the fort as the second string quarterback for a long majority of the time. So whether it was injuries or a benching, so
Yeah,
very
that's fair.
unfortunate for a lot of these teams and unfortunate for a lot of NFL fans as well. And of course, Derek Carr gets hurt like 8 times this year, and they don't sub him at all. No James at all.
No, yeah, it's like, oh, he might not play. Oh, he's playing.
He's gonna play. He took a
Uh,
steroid shot.
yeah, his arms literally hanging off, but he's still
Yeah,
going.
he's gonna give it a go. Get the crap out of here. Oh my goodness, drove me mad. Now we got. I give you 5 good minutes tops,
5
TJ.
good minutes.
We got our
Oh,
Fly Eagles Fly. TJ talks Eagles. Is our mini shot of TJ breaking down the Philadelphia Eagles nation, you guys. Fly Eagles fly with the question
yeah.
mark.
Eagles
TJ
flying
talks
question mark.
Eagles. What is going on in Philadelphia Eagles Nation right now, TJ? Let us know,
Right
brother.
now, well, quick breakdown. Obviously, the combine happened, so we had obviously all combines happening. So we managed to finally speak to Harry Roseman after and Nick Sirianni after the end of season conference. AJ Brown went on WIP 95 and pretty much told the host to shut the f up because they were making up rumors. So that's fun.
I heard about that.
Obviously, yeah, yeah. Obviously, the media is so against the Eagles that there was a photo taken of Nick Sirianni and all these new coaches, Kevin Moore, Vic Fangio, in a Philly cheesesteak, and it was so criticised to the point where people's like, do we fire Nick Sirianni over the Philly cheesesteak joint he took his coaches to? That's how vicious the media has turned against the Eagles. But yeah, no. So that's just a brief summary. Going back to a bit more details, WIP had been making up all sorts of things about AJ Brown and all that kind of stuff to the point where it annoyed him so much he phoned in to settle the point. And I feel like he's going to get criticisms anyway. He shouldn't do this. He should ignore the media, blah, blah, blah. No, he's going to address it. And I feel like every answer he did was great. It wasn't the coaches losing, it was the players not executing. I'm fine with my QB, I'm fine with my receivers, I want to be here, all that. People think that because he's a good wide receiver, he has to be a diva. And I know, obviously, listening to a lot of Philadelphia, I know that simple sort of plot thread really winds up AJ Brown because I don't think he is a diva. Like, yeah, he's had some animated things on the sideline. I think he just was trying to, in the heat of a game, you just want to get your point across. And obviously, you've got 20 cameras pointing at every player, so it's going to pick up something, and the media's going to run with it because you don't know what's actually. Look at the Travis Kelsey, Andy Reid section. Um, and I don't think he is a diva, and it winds him up simply because he's good. He has to be a diva, and obviously, the Eagles have that reputation when they had T.O. T.O. was the biggest diva of all times, and he only lasted a year. So he literally phoned in and was like, look, the coaches are fine. We love the coaches. We love the culture. It was the players not doing their job properly. I want to be here. My relationship with Jalen Hurts is good. And it just settled a lot of things. And it made me warm to A.J. Brown a lot more, which is good. And I think he handled that well. Going with what's said at the combine today, they were obviously coaches and GMs didn't really say anything. They're saying that James Bradbury, who was awful this year, is still part of their plans, which is
Mm.
crazy. I think either he has to be a backup. I can't see him being on the field. Apparently, they might go to try and target Snead if he's not franchise tagged. That's apparently one of their targets. And it's literally all they spoke about was the defense. Our defense fell apart. So Harry Roseman wanted to focus on rebuilding that defense with linebackers in the draft, and I think it was corners and safeties in free agency, which is fair because there's a lot of safeties out there. There's going to be a lot of free agent safeties out there, which obviously brings down the market a bit. And the corners, I think, either he doesn't get rid of Bradbury, then he will just be a mentor for like Ringo. There's been talks of extending Hassan Reddick. Apparently, we've offered him a contract about 22 million, but I know he's asking for about 25. Hopefully, he accepts because that will expand our cap space.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, Nick Sirianni has agreed, got these coordinators on. I'm going quick because I feel pressured.
No, no, you good. You good.
Uh,
You good. You good. Go
these
ahead, brother.
coordinators go on, and he pretty much said he's going to hand over responsibilities of the offense to the new OC. And obviously, if he doesn't handle the DC, he was asked, this is back in the day, what do you do as a coach then?
Yeah.
And he talked that he's just a head coach. He wants to just focus on getting the team ready and doing all that. He wants to be a CEO head coach, which is uncommon, but it does happen. Tomlin, Harbaugh.
Hold on, y'all. We lost my guy for a second. We're getting right back, y'all. We're getting right back in here. Technical difficulties for a second, but that's hey, that is us all the time with this show. So he said curses. It was the curse of the Eagles. They said all this crazy talk on us. We got him back, y'all. Hold on. We got him back, y'all. There we go. Welcome back, brother.
Hello, sorry about that. Don't know what happened.
You
I'm
good?
plugged in. Shouldn't be the internet. But yeah, and obviously at the combine, going back to him being a head CEO, head coach, at the combine, he elaborate that Kellen Moore is coming in. He will be the OC. I'll give him more power than what I give Brian Johnson. But I do want to still have some of those characteristics of the previous offense. It'll be a mesh of what Kellen Moore brings in and my own system, which is it's fine. It's just should everything that just something went wrong. They'll never tell us what truly went wrong. We'll never find out.
Hello,
But
TJ. Infinity has a question for you. He says, in your opinion, what's the number one thing the Eagles need to do this off season?
literally rehaul the defense. We need a decent linebacker, a decent safety, um, and get younger at corners. Like it is just that defense. Obviously, Nakobe Dean didn't turn out as the way we wanted. He was injured or pretty much all season,
Yeah.
which sucks because I like Dean. I think he's going to be good. But our backups to him was awful. Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Morrow just fell apart. Our safeties, we had Blankenship. I really love Blankenship. Great story, but he was dreadful the off season. At the end of the season, I
Yes.
don't know if that's just him or is it just because everything fell apart on the off season and we didn't thrive under the weird system that we randomly switched to. But
That was weird, though. That was weird.
that was weird. But we need a decent safety. Maybe we go after CJ Gardner Johnson, who's now a free agent. Don't think so. He's coming off a major injury. Um, and obviously, we've got the corner situation. Keeler Ringo looked like he was coming along very well. But our main starting CBs, sorry, Slay, who I love, but is on the slow decline. He wasn't explosive as he was. He's also 33. Bradbury, who got burnt so much, he got the nickname Burntbury. Uh,
Burnt berry.
Burntbury, yeah, which sucks. I do like him as well, and he had his best year of all time last year, and obviously the worst year he had this year. So, is it that he's hit 30 and has dropped off? Who knows? Um, and obviously Avonte Maddox again, love the person, can't get stay on the field. He plays. He's short. He's undersized, but plays so physical that his body can't hand up. And then obviously, safety wise, I've got to mention you've got Kevin Byard, who we all thought was a great trade. And yeah,
Yeah, it did end up that way.
didn't do that. No, it didn't do that way. Even Shaq Leonard, I remember boasting about getting Shaq Leonard, and yeah, he didn't go that way either.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Damn, did he
Yeah,
play?
yeah, he played. He had one of his best games of all time on the Eagles, and we
Damn.
lost.
Against the Buccaneers?
No, it was against the Seahawks.
Oh, damn, I had no
One of
clue.
his best games of all time against the
I
Seahawks,
knew he
and
had
we
played.
still
I
lost.
didn't know he had. Okay, I thought he was an afterthought, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's our Fly
Nah.
Eagles Fly TJ Talk Eagles. If you don't shut him up right now, y'all, he'll go about an hour more.
Oh, don't. I
He
was
said,
like trying to go quickly because I was like, gotta go quick, gotta go quick.
oh, no, you good, brother. You good. You good, man. All right, but we'll do this to be a recurring theme every week because TJ's got a lot to say about the Eagles every
Oh,
single.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I drive for a living, and all I listen to are Eagles stuff. So
so he knows it, dog.
I
It's
just
embedded in him.
this is just all I listen to.
Let's go. All right, and our last topic of the day. Now, I found it weird. There's never, ever, ever been a three-peat
Mm,
in the NFL Super Bowl era. How about that? There might have been something in the old school NFL era, but we're not
yeah,
gonna count that. But as far as the Super Bowl era, like we had like the Steelers of the '70s, right? And the
yeah,
Raiders of the '70s, whatever. Then you had the 49ers
of
of
the
the
'80s,
'80s and whatever early '90s, and then you had the Cowboys of the '90s, right?
and then you had the Patriots
You
of
had the
the
Patriots of
20,000s of the
yeah, for
2010s.
like the last 2 decades, and none of these teams have ever three-peated, which I thought was like, that's a lie, right? Somebody, no. So
I
now,
know.
with the Kansas City Chiefs winning back-to-back Super Bowls, they're on track. They have a shot to be a three-peat winner. Now, we haven't had a back-to-back champion in 20 years. The Chiefs broke that. We've never
Yep.
had back-to-back-to-back champions. My question is, well, we got the Chiefs, and then we got everybody else. Chiefs versus the field for next year's Super Bowl winner. Who you got, TJ? Chiefs
Oh, you
a
just
Chiefs three-peat, or what is more likely, a Chiefs three-peat or somebody else winning?
uh you've got to go the Chiefs. I'd love to say someone else, but at this point, you just can't count out. Like you just can't count out Pat Mahomes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You just can't. He had the worst last year. He won the Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill, and people were like, "Oh, without Tyreek Hill, he's going to suck." Oh no, he won the Super Bowl. This year, he had one of the worst wide receivers of all time. Like they couldn't catch nothing. And we made multiple jokes that their hands were made out of cement, kind of thing.
Yes.
Done now, won the Super Bowl. So this offseason, obviously, they've got to pay some players, keep their defense intact. So defense is the thing that kept him in the game. But I think they know they need to come out and get some major ball catchers. And obviously, we joked about Mike Evans earlier in the season. He's either going back to Tampa or he might end up in Kansas City. But this is their season. This is their schedule. This is who they're going to face next year. Niners, it's going to be a great game. Texans, Bills, Chargers, obviously Raiders, Raiders and the Broncos. Tampa Bay, Saints. You've got to face the Kansas City Chiefs, unfortunately.
Let's hope it's New Orleans.
No, it's in Arrowhead.
Oh, that's great. That's
Cincinnati, Ravens, Browns, Panthers, Falcons, Steelers. So that is a real mixed schedule.
12-5-ish.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a 12-5 kind of thing going on. When you have the NFC South, I mean, come on. I mean, that should be 4 easy wins.
Yeah, but they've also got to go with the Browns again, like the Ravens again,
Yeah.
the Bills again. The poor Bills, they are always against each other.
But because they always win the division though, so you got to
Yeah,
match
it's
that
true,
up.
true.
That's why they keep playing each other. It's like with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. I didn't get it when I was younger. Like, why do they play each other every damn year? And it's because they always keep winning their divisions. They're 1-1, right, in the division. So that's why they always play.
Yeah, the Niners again. This one in Santa Clara, so that game is going to be a game to watch. But all these opponents, you're like, oh, that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard. It's the Chiefs. You don't know. Like, unfortunately, you've got to bet on the guy who's hot bet on the hand that's hot right now, not than an unknown. And the Kansas City are on fire. Like,
Peter says it's a three-peat coming up.
repeat.
She said,
Yeah.
"Nobody stop." I'm gonna disagree with both you guys. I'm gonna say the field. It's a reason why this has not been done ever. It's already tough to win 2 in a row, let alone 3 in a row. So
Yep.
you know, someone's got to win besides the Chiefs, right? Don't get me wrong. I would not be upset if the Chiefs win it again. I would not be, because I like Kansas City. I like Pat Mahomes. He's the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. So I'm down with that. But just playing the odds right now, I'm like, bro. As I realize I spelled Chiefs wrong, by the way. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, the I comes with the E, Carlos. Duh, it's basic elementary. But anyways, I was like, did I spell that wrong? I did. But anyways, I gotta go with the field on this one.
Yeah.
Because it's just the odds itself, man. And I'm pretty sure the odds of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl right now is probably like low as like maybe plus 152 or something like that. I'm just which still.
Do you want to put money on that? What are the odds of the Chiefs?
Right, what are the odds of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl now? It's got to be 1 plus 1 something.
Let's have a look.
Well, I'm
Listen,
gonna say
we're Super Bowl
152.
59 already. Crikey. So, oh, that's 22. Yeah.
I meant Chiefs versus the field. That's
Uh,
two odds in that one.
so
So the
here are the
odds for
Super Bowl odds favorite.
go
I'm just
ahead.
going to read 2024 Super Bowl odds favorite. You got it's got to be 2020. Who do you think's first? Do you reckon it's the Chiefs?
No.
Who do you think?
49ers.
Spot on, plus 500. Oh,
Oh, plus 500. Wow. Okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's the Chiefs at plus 650. Is that
Okay.
right? How's it work?
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
Then it's the Ravens at plus 900. Then it's the Lions at plus 1200.
Gee, the Marion Joseph. All right. So yeah. I was talking about maybe the Chiefs versus the field. I mean, I know there's not a
Yeah.
thing on that right now, but the Chiefs versus everybody else, Chiefs are probably like plus 152 or whatever.
Got
But
ya.
but you're right though in regards to them as particular teams by itself, yeah, definitely Niners are favored. I believe they just have the best team on paper. They just can't beat the Chiefs when it counts, right?
Yeah, all know the rules.
If it is I before E except after C, Carlos, I know, bro. I looked at it, I was like, I'm watching it, I'm looking at it, I'm like, did I spell that wrong? I
But
did.
it shows how dumb English is that it has to have an exception when it comes to its rules.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, if it can't just be I after E flat. No. It's I after E. It's I before E after. Yeah, it's
after the
opposite.
C.
It's dumb. It's
Except
dumb. It's
after
dumb.
C, which is just like,
Except after C.
huh? Who? That's how it goes, man. Yo, TJ, I don't know what is your what the fudge cake moment as of lately, but we can say right now, Cam Newton fighting.
That's up there actually. That's
But
it.
I mean, if you have one, let me know.
I
But
don't think I do.
Cam Newton just got into a fight yesterday, and he got jumped and still won.
Yeah, it was him versus six guys.
Yeah,
It was
and
the
he was
TPS crew.
he was
Don't know
yeah,
what the TPS is.
It's like a 7-on-7 football league or some crap. I don't know what it's about. I know that Cam had his own team, they had their own team, and I think Cam's team won, or something happened to where they got into an argument. Cam tried to be peacemaker and break up some other guys fighting, and then some guy comes with a sucker punch, punches Cam, and now we got a full out brawl going on now. Cam's a big old dude, by the way, 6'6", right? 6'6",
Yeah,
6'5", I don't know, something like that. He's like 260. He's probably gained some weight now since he's not playing, so he's probably 270. Tall dude. He had a big old hat on. TJ, the
as he
most
does.
impressive thing that happened, the hat never fell off.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's 6'5", 245 pounds. Obviously, the pounds might have changed since he's not been
Yeah.
played. Yeah, it looked like they were attacking a wizard.
Yeah. Or Zorro.
But yeah, he held his own, and like people forget, this man's a beast. Like, yeah, he fell off at the end of his career, but he is like he said, 6'5". He's massive, and he was playing after with terrible O lines, so he's used to getting hit
Yeah.
and getting hit hard. And he took on six guys and won. And it's just like fair enough, good sir, fair enough.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. It just tells you it's something about these athletes now, taking over social media. Where you got the
Yeah.
Draymond Greens, you got either former athletes or current athletes. They all have podcasts now. Draymond Green, Paul George. You got obviously Shannon Sharp, right? He has the hottest thing going on with Club Shay Shay, and you got all these guys and Cam Newton, and you put yourself out there now. So it almost feels like all eyes are on you everywhere you go now because these guys have a lot of hot takes that
Hmm.
people see and that people disagree on. And my thing is, yes, I disagree with a lot of things that a lot of people say, but I will never take it to heart. A lot of these people take it to heart to where if you say something bad about my team, if I ever saw you in real life, I would hate you or I would want to fight you. And I think a lot of envy goes into that, where people feel like I don't like Cam Newton anyways because he said X, Y, Z about this person or this player or this team or this coach. And now I feel like I don't like to do it as a person. So when I see him in reality, anything he says, I'm gonna look at it as like, nah, I'm ready to fight you, right?
Yeah.
And I think athletes, or if you have a big platform as an athlete, you gotta be careful about your environment, where you at. Cam Newton's a big dude, man, but like that fight could have anything can happen in a fight, man. We've seen
Yeah, it's
gun violence is
unpredictable.
crazy. You didn't never know someone could pull out a gun and boom. I tend to kind of stay away from that kind of crap anyways in life because I just ain't got time for that. Um, but yeah, I think it's just you put yourself on that platform every day by being that star athlete. And now you're on a platform, a social media platform, talking reckless per se about whatever going on in today's society of sports.
I Yeah, no, I completely agree. I have got a what the fudge cake moment, and I just had to Google it to see if it's real. And apparently
Let's
it is.
go.
Legendary wide receiver Antonio Brown has announced that he is officially suing AB himself for $10 million. What?
The
Yeah, just what?
fudge
What the
cake.
fudge? What the fudge cake? He's suing himself for $10 million.
How does
But
how does that work again?
I don't know, but the way he's ordering it, Antonio Brown is suing AB for $10 million. What?
What the fudge cake?
Yeah,
That's gotta be the most what the fudge cake statement we made all season. Well, we got to end the 2023 season with a bang, right? Might as well be
Oh, you go
Antonio
Antonio Brown.
Brown suing Antonio Brown. Or AB, sorry. Suing AB. Get out of here. And it's crazy because there's so many loopholes in the judicial system, right? This could be a smart thing he's doing. I don't know, though. I got to see it play out.
Because I know he's been obviously leaning quite heavily into the mental health aspects recently. Like you had a meme page talking about player with the most CTE, you know, and he put himself forward. Like he was like, "That's me." So maybe he's going to try and say that his mental health has deteriorated so much that AB, the social media presence, which is causing all these problems, is different to Antonio Brown, which is the legendary wide receiver, and that's where the thing comes from. But even then, that is as flimsy as anything, and what that's going to do is get you locked up until they realize if it's true.
I have no idea. This is weird. I got to see this play out now, man. I really do. I got to see this play out. 'Cause I have no clue what the hell he is talking about now. All right, well, it don't get no more what the fudge cake than that, man. Antonio Brown suing AB. Yeah, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask it, man. Our closing message is time to wrap it up, y'all. What questions do you have for TJ and I, y'all? And thank y'all for the love and support, man. We are just 2 likes away
Good.
from 25 likes, y'all. Hit that
Oh,
like button.
lovely. Thank
You
you.
guys are in the chat. Our goal is 25. I just put a random goal up there. But we are 2 away from that. So thank y'all for that. We got Sticks of Main says AB should give himself a good talking to. Yeah, I think so. Right.
Oh,
But I wonder
brilliant.
what AB would tell Antonio Brown. And I wonder what
Yeah,
Antonio Brown would tell AB.
I don't know. This whole I saw it on not Twitter, X, like 4 days ago, and I was like, yeah, because it was like ML football, the ones full
Yeah.
of rumors, and then I was like, not sure, so I just had to Google it. Yeah, no, apparently Antonio Brown is suing AB for $10 million.
That's crazy. Yo, we got a Dixon Way raid. Peter
Oh,
just let me
Dixon
know.
Way.
We got John Brooks. says Dixon Way Raid. Yo, John Brooks, represent your ride or die squad. I don't care what team it is. I don't care what sport. I don't care if it's high school, college, or pros. Represent your ride or die squad. Hit that subscribe button as well to join UST Nation. The Dixon Way is in the building, says the Dixon Way Raid showing love. My guy is in the building, man. Let's show some love to Mr. Larry in the Dixon Way and that beautiful, beautiful podcast he has, the channel he has. The Dixon Way is always hot, full of Atlanta Falcons stuff going on. Atlanta Hawks NBA action going on. Georgia Bulldogs. Car crazy. I still think AB need a full psychiatric evaluation.
Yeah, he
Something
does.
is seriously wrong with his brain, for real.
He does.
I got Brody Brown says Dixon Way Raid. Brody, what's up, my guy? Also, same question, man. Represent your ride or die squad. I don't care what team it is. I don't care what sport. I don't care if it's high school, college, or pros. Represent your ride or die squad and let your boy know who it is. And hit that subscribe button as well if you guys want to join UST Nation. Thank y'all for the love and support. I appreciate it. I got Breeze, 15 Hundo. Atlanta Rise Up says Dixon Way Raid. Breeze, hit that subscribe button, man. Represent your ride or die squad as well, man. We got TW. Says boom. Dixon Way in the house, y'all. So right before we wrap up, we got a Dixon Way Raid. Thank y'all for that.
We do have a question.
You have a question?
Do the Niners need to make any free agency moves after losing the Super Bowl, or do they just try again with the same roster?
Try again the same roster.
Yeah, but isn't like Ayuk a free agent? So's Young.
I mean, well, obviously, if they decide to leave, then that's not a move that the Niners made. That's them making their own moves. So if they do decide to come back, now obviously if they leave, then you got to fill those gaps again. But
yeah,
I don't see why they don't come back. Honestly, I got Morgantown Prime
TW
Raid. TW is in the building. Let's go. And
TW
Breeze in the building, showing love. You guys are awesome, man. Thank y'all for the love and support. I appreciate that. Brody says Falcons are my ride or die. Let's go. ATL in the building. ATL rise up. Rise up. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. Y'all know how it is, man. Let's go, man. TW says try again.
Try again. Card Craze questions. What do you think? What do you two think of the Steelers' coaching changes?
Seattle's coaching changes. Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. Sorry, Seattle coaching changes. Interesting. Very interesting. Did you see Carroll leaving at any point?
I didn't think that Carroll would leave.
I didn't think so. He would. They would get rid of him. I wasn't shocked about that.
And honestly, I thought Seattle had a good thing going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just they got young again. But I get it though. They're kind of in rebuild mode.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of in rebuild mode, and you know, I guess if you're in that mode, you want to go with something new. And I think Carroll was fine with that at the end of the day. I really think it was a mutual decision, honestly.
You really do?
Yeah, I think Carroll would say, you know what, you guys are probably right. This team is young. I'm getting a little bit old. And there's probably not any Super Bowls in the next 3 or 4 years. Carroll's already the oldest head coach in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. No, coaching changes, though, you got to get the program. So you got to start over. And I'd rather blow a team up and start from now. When you do that, though, you're risking the chance of never coming back and being good again. You know, look at the Jets. It's taking them forever, you know, to get back to good graces. And you don't want to be like that, right? So to where because at one point the Jets blew it up. That's been about 20 years now, it feels like.
Yeah, Rex Ryan,
outside
right?
of those 2 years with Rex Ryan and Matt, what's his name?
Sanchez?
Mark Sanchez, yeah.
Mark Sanchez.
Those back-to-back years, they went to the AFC Championship game. They haven't been relevant at all, you know.
Not yet. But obviously we've got Mike McDaniel's head coach. I think that's a good hire.
Yeah, I like it.
Obviously, coordinators, they've got Ryan Grubb, no idea. Aiden Doherty as defensive coordinator, no idea. And then obviously special teams coordinator, you've got the Jay Harbaugh, obviously, which is the son of, which has got to be a real dig to him. Like, you know.
I mean, he's a grown man. At the end of the day, he understands business is business. So I think he understands that. Business is business, son. Be your own person. Be your guy, man. And
but if Pete Carroll's still with the organization, which apparently he is, he's just moved to the front office. and the front office hired him to take away because apparently he was going to the Chargers
Ooh,
as I think like a tight ends coach, and then the Seattle swooped in and offered him a special teams coordinator.
right. Now
So,
we got Sticks of Maine said, "Is there anything sadder than having Daniel Jones as your quarterback?"
ooh, yeah, having Mac Jones as your quarterback.
Yes, I would agree with that. I would agree that there is something sadder, Six of Maine, is Mac Jones as your quarterback for the Patriots. Yeah. Brody says, "Hey, who gets Justin Fields, Steelers or Falcons?" That's been a
Ooh,
nice topic
that's been a
the last couple
topic.
of days. Matter of fact, um, man, I'm right now. If I'm Justin Fields, I want to go Pittsburgh, so I'm knocking on that front office door for Chicago. Say, hey, if you guys want to go somewhere, I want to go Pittsburgh. You have the defense already there set for you, right? You got better overall weapons, in my opinion. Um, than Atlanta. Atlanta has they have the weapons are kind of the same. Maybe Atlanta has better weapons. I don't know,
It's
but
just the coach.
yeah, the coach. But as far as you know what you're going to get. Mike Tomlin has never been under 500 a day in his life in the NFL when it comes down to an overall record. Never been below 500. Justin Fields has not been on a team that's been, you know, anywhere near
Above
like,
500.
yeah, like he's never reached above 500. So I
No.
will go with that pedigree instead of having a rebuild season again with the Falcons. Let me go to where we're already set, just missing a quarterback per se in
So,
Pittsburgh.
what do you think of the rumors that Russell Wilson's going to be a Steeler?
Oh, now, if you're the Steelers now, yeah, you rather Russell Wilson over Justin Fields because of Russell Wilson's pedigree. And
Yeah,
he's been there, done that as a starting NFL quarterback. We have yet to see Justin Fields really blow up yet to be this superstar quarterback. It hasn't happened yet. So, um, yeah, so I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Might have slightly better weapons, younger weapons.
I'd
I'm
say they
going with
have.
the
Yeah,
running back, the tight end, and the receiver. Right when you
yeah.
got Pitts and you got Robinson and you got the kid from USC, Drake London,
London.
yeah, Drake
No,
London, yeah.
yeah, London.
So those three guys. But as far as like just the pedigree of winning and success, if I'm Fields, I want to go to Mike Tomlin. I don't want to go to a first year head coach, right, in the Atlanta
Yeah,
Falcons. So that's how I kind of feel on that.
fair. No, I get it. I understand. Yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, I don't think Steelers obviously need a QB, new QB. I don't. Do you reckon they roll with Pickett? Because Pickett got injured.
But you've seen Pickett, and I think we've seen his ceiling per se.
You
You
really
know,
think?
I think he has a ceiling, but if he hasn't reached it, he's very close to it. I don't see him as a game changer in the
Well,
NFL. Don't get me wrong,
where's
you
this?
can still win a Super Bowl with a guy like Kenny Pickett. You can still win a Super Bowl. You just have everything
Hmm.
else around you go well. But as far as someone who moves the needle for your team success, it's not Kenny Pickett. Although I do like Kenny Pickett, but he's not your quarterback that's gonna win you games, as in like be the reason you win. He's gonna have to not turn the ball over, be a game manager of sorts to win for the Steelers or any team that he plays on. Steelers got a bum OC. Who did Steelers get again? Oh yeah, Arthur Smith. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh gosh.
yeah, I see why you call him
Oh
Bum.
gosh. Oh
Yeah,
oh
he was a bum.
gosh.
He might be a and
I know.
honestly, he was the Titans OC, right? Earlier, Tennessee's OC.
Yes.
And yeah, that's Derrick Henry, who made you
Yeah,
look
but
good. AJ
yeah, I
Brown.
was
I
gonna say
mean,
no. But here's the thing. Again, look at Weird Eyes. That Peyton Manning looked good. Who went to the Dolphins and the Jets?
yeah, Gase.
Gates.
But Peyton Manning was good before Gase, though. Gase just got there while Peyton was already good. And they said, "Oh well, he was still the OC or the no, he wasn't the Peyton Manning whisperer." So guys like that who get jobs, it drives me crazy. Then you go out there high as
Um.
hell on opioids, Xanax,
Yeah.
whatever
I
you
get
is. You like this the whole time.
that. Going with the Steelers again. They're at pick 20. So they're a bit too far out to trade up for any of these QBs. So they have to either trade for one other team or just again run with what they have, which is currently because they said they've let go of Mitch Trubisky. It's Mason Rudolph and Pickens or
Uh,
Pickett, whatever
yeah,
it's called.
I don't know what the Steelers. I mean, you can't look. You got to get someone. You got to get a game changer. Them getting Pickett, that wasn't a game changer in my opinion as a quarterback, especially when they got him in. I think like either late first round or early second round. I forgot
It
when
was
they got
pick 18.
pick 18. Okay, yeah, I didn't. That's not a game. It's not a needle
I
changer
think
for
it was
me.
pick 18.
And as far as Brody Brown says, getting Rodgers back, this could be the year for the Jets. And it could be.
No, it
It,
could
it could
be.
be. And I'm hoping it is, man, because this year was supposed to be the year for New York. It was supposed to be the year. And
Oh,
with
pick
his, I
20.
mean, it lasted 4 plays.
Oh, it was
I
devastating.
mean, I was hurt for
Everyone
Jets
was.
fans. I was hurt because I wanted to see it. I mean, so much Aaron Rodgers talk of the offseason, man. Crazy, bro. I got Michael, Kenji, and Zumi Sports. And what up, Carlos and TJ? Peter said, what about me? What's up, MKI? And you're right, TW says Atlanta got better weapons. They do have better weapons than
They do. They
the
do.
Steelers. So I had to think about that again. Yeah.
Won't quit on Pickett yet.
No. And
I
they
agree
shouldn't.
with that.
They're not gonna give him on Pickett. Pickett, if they do get for some strange reason, they do get a Justin Fields or a Russell Wilson, Pickett will be the backup quarterback. Because
What's
they
his
have
third year?
faith in him, huh?
It's his third year, right?
Yeah, year three.
Pickett.
Yep, he'll be the backup quarterback. They're not going to give him because he's had injuries. But if they do get a Russell Wilson or a Justin Fields, I imagine Pickett being the backup quarterback and just waiting his turn.
Cool. Sort of like what the Jets were hoping with Wilson and Rogers,
Yeah,
right?
they're hoping that Rodgers held it down for 2 more years and Wilson can learn under that and maybe get better. Look, Wilson is just not that guy, man.
It's just trash. But it's to the point where, like I said, off season, it's like,
Oh,
why
Peter
would they?
says my bad. Said my bad. Okay, I ain't see it. You always jump to conclusions, man. So on our screen there's a heart. There's one little heart on our screen. It's the heart button, and it blocks
Yeah.
every now and then. It blocks a question. So PJ didn't see
um,
her name being said. It said Carlos, and then it says and TJ at the bottom.
yeah,
She didn't see
TJ
PJ.
and TJ.
Sticks of
Brilliant.
Maine says Haley Khan will be back before those two are back in the playoffs. Oh
Oh,
no!
oh, ouch!
Daniel
Every
Jones and
75 years.
Daniel Jones and Mac Jones, huh? The Jones brothers.
The
Wow.
Jones.
The Jones brothers. Right.
Yeah, because you've got that situation. Has the Patriots hired the GM? I'm asking so many questions.
I have no idea.
Patriots GM, because the combine's happening. You kind of want a GM right now.
I,
The de facto GM is Elliot Wolf.
I don't know who that guy is. The de facto
Never heard of
GM.
him.
All right,
Yeah.
TWA. Thanks for the love, man. Appreciate you, brother. And come on down anytime and tell Larry I said what up. And thank you for that Dixon Way raid. What a great way to
Yes.
end,
Thank you.
episode 27 of
Mhm.
Tuesdays with TJ, you guys. We'll be back next week, you guys, for another episode. And hopefully we have a lot more to talk about because now we're going to be done officially with the 2023 NFL season. And now it's time to break down the 2024
Ooh.
NFL season. That's right. NFL never dies around here, you guys. So
I
stay tuned to that.
think our next Tuesdays with TJ is just before the 2024 season starts.
Yeah.
I think it starts on the 15th, 13th, and I think we rejoin on the 5th.
Yep, well, let's go.
So,
Imagine Stetson Bennett is really good. Haven't heard of him really. Nah, he had an alcohol issue. He got released by the Rams.
Rams.
The Rams. He
Yeah,
got released
Rams.
by the Rams in the before the season started because of alcohol issues. He was going
Oh,
through
gosh.
he was going through like a rehab.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Hopefully he gets better.
Yeah, I was like, well, he just won a championship with the Bulldogs, a few months earlier, and then so I guess
Does
Mind
that
you.
make him really impressive if he was blackout drunk during both those games?
I doubt that.
If he was
Hey,
just
this the
sloshed.
goat of quarterbacks. I'm sorry, you getting drunk right before the game start, bro. When you play like that, dog, yeah, we gonna get him drunk.
They're
Give
going
him,
to have an art.
give him,
If
we'll
that's
give him
true, they're
a
going to
little bit
get
of
to
this
him.
in his life, yeah.
Yeah, a little
You
bit
know
of
what
that.
I'm saying? Give him a little bit of
Obviously,
this in his life, yeah. All right.
they're going to. If that's
A little
true, and he gets to
hashtag
touch
Bobby
off
Rubin in his life.
after the game, they're going to get an interview. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just,
So he was wide open. I just slung it there. I just slung it. Touchdown.
obviously, we're joking. If you've got problems, seek help. That'll be like, oh yeah,
That'd be funny, man.
that'll be funny.
So yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. And
Hmm.
all right, y'all. That's it, man. Any last words, y'all?
Um,
He says it's time to eat.
time to eat. Oh, what you got?
I don't even know yet. We're gonna find
You
something to
don't
eat,
even
bro.
know.
I don't even know yet. We're gonna find something to eat.
But yeah, my followers, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been great again. First season in the books of Tuesdays with TJ. I've had a blast. We've had some fun. I won some gumbo, and yeah, and thank you
So
very
you want
much.
some gumbo? You
I
want
want some
some right
gumbo.
now?
I want some gumbo. I want
No.
some gumbo, and I want some gumbo.
You
Um,
want some gumbo and you want some gumbo.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but yeah, no, it's been great, and hopefully we can keep going. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in and liking and letting us do this show. And thank you, Carlos, for
Oh
hosting the show.
man, no problem, brother. No problem as always, man. You guys, and TJ, how you feel about in 2 weeks us doing a mock draft together?
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Um,
It's
am
gonna
I gonna have to do?
no, no,
Okay.
no, we're not gonna do that.
You just
No,
knew. Am I going to have
no,
to
no,
do?
we're not gonna do that. I hit you up right after this. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, just let me know what
Yes, sir.
what the concept takes place
Right,
and what I have to
right.
do to do that.
Nah, we're gonna keep it right. I'm gonna just keep it real simple. All right, y'all.
You
For the,
just knew.
for the guys doing, no, we ain't. I don't want to mess none of this up. Not right now.
Fair enough. Fair
Hey,
enough.
for the big homie, well, the beautiful PJ and the big homie TJ Tracy, I am your host, Carlos Clayton. Another episode of Tuesday with TJ. This is episode 27. All sports fans, have a blessed night. Have a great time. See you guys tomorrow. I'm live again for college basketball action. Number 15, Auburn Tigers taking on the number 5, Tennessee Volunteers. So stay tuned. Tomorrow night, I'll be live at 5:55 p.m. Central Time. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is, man. Stay smart. Stay uneducated. Peace. Love you, mama. Love you all. Love you, TJ. Love you, PJ. We out of here. Have a good night.
Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe in this crazy world.